Hey everyone, 13 meteorologist Sean Ash here with an update on the weather impact alert. It's going to be for late this evening, overnight, and very early Tuesday morning here. Certainly not the biggest snowfall we've ever had, but we always stress timing and temperature with each event. This will be different than the weekend event where we had the warming and the mixing overnight, and by the time a lot of folks woke up, the snow depth kind of dropped. That's not going to be the case. This will be all snow. In fact, we'll end up being colder on the backside of this early in the morning here. What we want you to know about in terms of impacts, at times we're going to have snow-covered roads, slick travel. That will be, again, this is going to be more of an overnight deal. I'm not saying we won't have some snow before 5 or 6. But the teeth of this likely occurs just after 7 o'clock into very early tomorrow morning. But enough so, and with this timing, that we're going to have school disruptions. There will be delays, likely much more than we had early this morning with that freezing fog, and may have some cancellations tomorrow morning. So we want you to be prepared for that. At least have your child care options ready to go in case they're needed. And allow extra time if you have to travel overnight tonight, if you're a third shift worker, things like that. And then for the early Tuesday morning commute, just be ready for it. Let me run you down how this is all shaken out. So at minimum, I think a lot of folks get a couple inches out of this. There's going to be some 3 and 4 inch totals. I just can't tell you right now as we record this video exactly where the heavier bands will set up with this system. Regardless of the exact amount you get, because of that overnight timing and the temperatures tomorrow morning, there was going to be some slick travel here. That's just, there's no way around that. We'll continue to kind of watch the radar and update. Temperatures right now in the entire state, by the way, under a winter weather advisory. In fact, as I expand this out, we have winter weather advisories far east to the central U.S. With this system that's moving in. And again, we will not get mixing on this. This is going to be all snow here. So before 6 p.m. in far western Indiana, some light snow, certainly a possibility. Snow becomes more widespread in the hours between 7 and 9. And then the snow will be ending from west to east between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, and that's also when the temperatures will be dropping. Now, right now, for the metro area, the bulk of the steadier and at times heavier snow rates, somewhere around 8, 9 p.m. to about 3 in the morning. So of those hours is when the bulk of the accumulation will occur for the metro area. It's going to, again, arrive a little bit earlier in far western Indiana as we play out future track 13 here. You'll see there's 7 o'clock, and this is not exactly what the radar will look like, but kind of a general idea. There's still going to be some dry air over the eastern and southeastern corner of the state, even at 10 o'clock, that it may take a little time for that to saturate enough before we see the snow switch get flipped there. And then as we go into the midnight hour here, you'll see some of these darker shades of blue, and that's, again, pockets of moderate to locally heavier snow rates that will be occurring in the overall snow field. But we're going to have snow for several hours once it kicks into your area. And then as here we go by 4 o'clock, so we'll start to see that the snowfall ending. Now, by the time you wake up, if you're getting up at 7 or 8 in the morning, likely not going to be snow coming down from the sky, but what will be going on is the temperatures dropping there. Okay, so when you're in the upper teens and lower 20s, or the lower side of 20s here, it makes the salt a little less efficient on the roadway. So, there's going to be a little window that the crews will have to work with after the last snowflakes, and by 8 or 9 a.m., is it going to be enough to minimize the impacts on your commute and getting to school? That's to be determined, but we do expect there's going to be many school delays at minimum across our viewing area tomorrow morning. If you don't have a delay tomorrow, you're getting to school or work, you should be dressing for the lower 20s. You should be dressing for wind chills that will be in the teens. And we don't see much improvement in the temperature or the wind chill during the day. So these will be our afternoon highs in the 20s with that fresh snowpack here across central Indiana. As we move out of Tuesday afternoon on Future Track 13 and get into the middle part of the week, there's going to be some disturbances in the atmosphere that move through, and they will do whatever they can to squeeze out moisture. So at times we'll have some flurries and snow showers. And we'll have to kind of wait and see on cloud cover. You get fresh snow, and if you get a light enough wind and you minimize cloud cover, you can drop into the single digits in a hurry. Whether or not that's going to be Thursday morning or if it's going to be Friday morning, we're going to have a couple of mornings here where we likely will get down into the single digits. Okay, so we'll certainly be watching that. Forecast high temperatures for the first week of December, much colder than average, which by the way is 46 to open up the month. You can see we're going to be anywhere from 10 to at times 20 degrees below average for daytime highs. We are definitely paying the price for that warm start we had to November. Here's your 7-day, so watch out for the slick start tomorrow morning. And then again, at times we'll have some flurries and some snow showers moving through. We'll watch out as we go into Sunday, potential maybe a little more organized snowfall as well. Okay, weather impact alert though later this evening tonight and early Tuesday morning. We will have complete coverage for you this evening, and then it's going to be team coverage in the morning with Lindsay and Matt beginning on 13 Sunrise at 4 a.m. and lasting into 9 a.m. They will have you covered with the roads and the snowfall. Stay with us and we'll keep you updated.